Our Europe regional editor, Paul Moss, is in the newsroom with some more. Paul, he's quite angry about this, isn't he, Monsieur Mélenchon?
He is indeed, though I should say Monsieur Mélenchon is someone who's known for speaking his mind. Diplomatic niceties, not really his kind of thing. But also, I think you need to understand that, as people may know, France is right in the middle of a series of protests which have mainly been directed at President Macron. One of the things they accuse him of is of acting like an emperor or a king. So I think the sight of Mr. Macron enjoying this royal occasion probably got them a little more angry than usual. The party is, as you say, called France Insoumise, which translates as France Unbowed. They really don't like seeing people bowing their heads before royalty. And so, yes, Mr. Mélenchon was speaking at a rally in Marseille, and he said to the crowd, he was talking about the coronation, he was pretty unrestricted in his words. He said, this theatrics of a man covered in fancy dress with jewels and precious stones has something nauseating about it. As you say, he was also focusing on the cost of living crisis which many people in Europe are going through, and said kings are monsters who accept such a display in front of so much suffering. But I think if you want to understand what's really got them angry, it's not really the coronation itself, what's going on in Britain. It's the fact that, guess what? An awful lot of French people are actually rather enjoying this whole event. There's been one estimate I should say, that 9 million French people watched the coronation live on television. And that infuriated a colleague of Mr. Mélenchon, another member of the France Insoumise party, Alexis Corbière, and he sent out this tweet saying, "Why is the French media saturated with the coronation of Charles III, full of daft pro-monarchy propaganda? We are Republicans," he says. "Monarchy is an anti-democratic aberration." Bear in mind, France is a country which really celebrates the fact that more than 200 years ago, they sent their own king and queen to the guillotine. And yet it seems an awful lot of French people are actually still rather fascinated by the king and queen who now remain on the throne on the other side of the English Channel.
Paul, thank you. That's our correspondent, Paul Moss there.